Welcome into the State of Sports podcast. We have a very special guest who we've been talking about coming on the show for quite a while now, but he's finally here.
I'm here.
Future hip hop sensation, one of my good buddies, Nocturnal. How's it going, man?
It's going good, man. How about you guys?
We're good. I got the normal crew with the other boys. I got Stash Cuddy. How you living?
Good, man. Thanks.
Good. Nice White Sox hat.
Thanks.
I'm the only one that doesn't have a hat on. I feel left out. Morgan, that's a nice new Braves hat. Did you enjoy the game the other night?
Yeah, it was probably one of the best games. It's definitely the best game in the series, but it was definitely fun. Temperature wasn't bad either, so.
Oh, there you go. It's good down in Atlanta.
Beautiful.
So the debate, as we've talked about, is going to be Ronnie Lott versus Ed Reed tonight. I'll have Ed Reed. Nocturnal will have Ronnie Lott. This is going to be, it's really close. It's a tough one. Stash and the big dog Morgan will be moderating. But, before we get into that, let's do a little warm up, get everything going. Knock, how do you feel about your Carolina Panthers upcoming season?
All honesty, I don't think we're going to make the playoffs.
It's a pretty good bet.
Yeah, that's pretty solid.
I think it's a rebuilding season, but I mean, we got a lot of weapons, man. Our receiving core is nasty.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they really utilize PJ Walker, maybe like in a Wildcat or something like that.
Bro, he's sick. He did good in that it's the XFL. He played well, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He
was good at Temple too. He's a good player, man. But obviously Darnold's way better than him. But
yeah, I mean, like the way he moved in the pocket, that spin move in the playoff, I was like, it's like like Michael Vick-esque. I texted you. I was like, yo, that was crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know, man. They'll be decent. I mean, secondary's decent, but I don't know. Who knows?
You think McCaffrey's going to stay healthy for the year?
I don't know, man. I hope so. After he put on weight like that one year when he went from like 205 to like 225 is when it started to get weird.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But
I mean, a lot of fantasy owners are, kind of banking on this. So we'll see.
On McCaffrey?
Yeah, on McCaffrey.
You guys got him in fantasy?
No.
Morgan does? Someone does. Someone left.
We haven't done our draft yet. We're doing it Labor Day weekend. So.
Okay, word. All right, cool.
Yep. But yeah,
I'm gonna lose though.
You think the Jags are making the playoffs or what?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, on my NFL
for real?
prediction. Yeah.
What do you guys think?
No.
Yo, bro, Trevor Lawrence is out there throwing dimes. That's good.
They're gonna finish worse than the Panthers.
No.
I mean, realistically,
it's gonna be a close one.
Yeah, let's call it how it is, though. Trevor Lawrence was throwing dimes against the Dallas Cowboys defense. It's not that hard.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you this. I was way off with Tebow. I told you he was going to have one touchdown. They can pass the first game.
Bro, that block.
He was going to have one touchdown.
Yeah.
Oh, it's bad.
His block.
Dude, that block was horrendous.
I give him a lot of credit for staying in shape, though.
Oh, dude, he was huge.
Yeah, he was yoked.
He was yoked.
Yeah, he looked good.
And just but he's a quarterback playing tight end. Like, that's just what it was.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Sure.
Yeah.
Not for him.
No.
It's not it.
Not for Timmy.
No.
Well,
not it.
I was going to say, let's get into this debate. Morgan and Nick, you guys take over. We're boxing, no pun intended, me and Knock. So.
Wait, hold on. Speaking of boxing, who you guys got tonight?
Oh.
Come on.
I hope they both die, if I'm being honest.
I don't hope that.
I don't hope that either, but I hope Woodley wins.
Yeah. Morgan, what do you think? No way. You guys think it's even debatable?
I think Paul's going to win.
No way.
Listen, I don't want him to, but Woodley was on a down stretch in the MMA. I don't know how much that's going to affect him going to the fight.
But he's a boxer.
Yeah,
one of the dudes doesn't even fucking box for a living.
Neither one of them box.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see, man. It's going to be interesting. It's definitely going to be entertaining. I think it's going to be way better than the Floyd and Logan fight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I legitimately think Woodley dislikes Jake Paul, so I definitely think he's going to be trying to knock him out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So we'll see. Little side note, but I just want to get your guys' input on it.
Yeah, no, that's we were going to talk about it later, but that's perfect. Yeah, nice little preview for the folks. No, don't apologize.
We can get back to it later.
No, don't apologize. Yeah, Morgan and Nick, it's your show. Me and Knock are just sitting here.
Well, you got two Hall of Famers, Ronnie Lott, Ed Reed, two all-time great safeties in the game. Probably the top two, I would say.
Yeah.
It's pretty close. Maybe there's a third, but these two, collegiately, they were good. NFL, they were great. I mean, everything they did on the field is unreal. I won't get into the accolades because I'm sure that's a big part of stuff. We'll let the guest go first since he's our guest. So we'll let the Ronnie Lott side take over.
All right. So this is a lot closer than I thought. It's like numbers down to the T. So we'll start off with Ronnie Lott's size, 6 foot 203. His rookie season. First of all, he didn't even play safety until 1986. So his rookie season as a corner, he had 7 interceptions, 3 touchdowns, and 89 tackles on the 49ers.
Damn.
As a corner.
The 89 tackles as a corner is crazy.
Yeah, that's
bonkers.
1986 was his first year as a safety. So, I mean, you got to think about it. First year as a safety, you got to learn this. He obviously already knew the scheme, but you're playing it from a different position.
Mm-hmm.
He had 10 interceptions his first year as a safety, one of his greatest seasons of all time. He played 14 years in the league. He played for the 49ers from 81 to 90. Played for the Raiders and Jets for a year. Doesn't really matter. He's a 4-time Super Bowl champion, 10-time Pro Bowler, first team All-Pro 6 times. He had 63 career interceptions, 1,100 tackles. I'm sorry, he had 1,146 tackles. He was a Hall of Famer in 2000, inducted. One of the biggest edges I believe that he had over Ed Reed. Now, I'm going to give Ed Reed some credit, you know what I'm saying, because Ed Reed's a legend. When it came to interceptions and like offensive minded after catch, Ed Reed has him beat hands down. I'll give you that right away. But when it came to toughness, and this is not really a statistic. When it came to toughness,
that story's crazy.
You already know where I'm going.
I already know where you're going.
You already know where I'm going. Okay, so let me make sure I got the year right here. In 1985, against the Dallas Cowboys, he tackled Timmy Newson and broke his pinky. Okay. And anybody, you know what I'm saying? He's, Hall of Famer, you know what I mean? He's like, anybody would be like, I'm just going to sit out, wear a splint, see what happens. They told him, hey, you can either amputate your pinky or you could miss some games this year. What do you think he did? He cut off his pinky. He's like, not even a hesitation. He's like, cut it off, bro. He's like, you got to get another ring. Cut off his pinky and continued playing. Like, it's just, honestly, I think the deal breaker here is toughness when it comes to Ronnie Lott. I think he's more physical than Ed Reed. I think Ed Reed was a ball hawk to the T. I think he was offensive-minded defensive player, but toughness and defensively, overall, I think Ronnie Lott is the greatest safety of all time.
That's a very solid opening argument. Nick's got something to say, so go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say cut off his pinky, so when he shows all his rings, it's a full hand.
Hey, they got a famous picture. I don't know if you guys can Google pictures here. They got a famous picture of him with the 4th ring on his pinky, like half of it.
Man. That's
hilarious.
Oh, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild. All right, Matt.
It's a great opening argument. And like we're talking accolades here.
Down the numbers, man.
It often is on this show.
As it is on this show. So Knock gave a pretty compelling opening argument. My argument for Ed Reed kind of starts from the beginning with him. Starting in high school, he was only a 3-star athlete, like coming out of high school to go to the University of Miami. And he won a national championship at Miami. And then got drafted to the Baltimore Ravens, where he spent I believe it's 9-year career. It's very similar to how Ronnie Lott finished his career, where he bounced to the Houston and the New York Jets at the end, which is kind of funny that they both ended up playing on the Jets at the end. But Ed Reed, just his statistics, he's a college Hall of Famer, NFL Hall of Fame, Super Bowl champion, 1 time, obviously not as many as Ronnie. But NFL Defensive Player of the Year in 2004, 5-time first team All-Pro, 3-time second team All-Pro, 9-time Pro Bowler, 3-time interception leader in 2004, which he had 9, 2008, which he had 9, and then 2010, which he had 8. So just absolute ball hawk. NFL 2000s All-Decade Team, NFL 100th Anniversary All-Time Team, Baltimore Ravens Ring of Honor. Like I said, national champion in college, Big East Defensive Player of the Year 2001. 2-time consensus All-American for a 3-star athlete who couldn't run faster than a 4.5 coming out of high school.
Was he? Did he only run a 4.5? That's crazy.
Throwing in a 4 or 5. He has multiple NFL records of all time, which I'm sure we'll get into. But my biggest thing to start with Ed Reed is I've never seen Bill Belichick, who is probably the greatest football coach of all time, talk about a football player the way he talks about Ed Reed, minus Lawrence Taylor. I think they're like right next to each other with the way he talks about it. I don't know if you guys watched that NFL 100th anniversary where they were talking about all the players, and they had Ed Reed on there. And they had Ed Reed, Belichick, it was Collinsworth, and then there was somebody else there. And Bill Belichick, just the biggest fucking smile on his face talking about Ed Reed. And Bill Belichick goes, he made the best play I've ever seen a free safety make. It was going against Peyton Manning. And he goes, Ed Reed knew it was a go route. And what happens in the go route is Peyton pumps one way. And then so Ed Reed threw his hips in the middle of the field to make it look like he was going the way that Peyton thought he was going. So he pumped. And then right when Peyton let go of the ball, he flipped his hips around and from the middle of the field, went over and picked off Peyton Manning. And Bill Belichick's just sitting there talking about the play because he's just, oozing football knowledge. And he's like, it's the greatest play I've ever seen a free safety make. There's like a little kid who's like in his 70s who literally has like 18% of all time Super Bowl rings is like, gaudy over Ed Reed.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. I've seen that.
Yeah, it's just, I like both of these guys. So this is, I'm not throwing any jabs at Ronnie Lott during this one. I'm literally I'm playing it straight up. Nothing below the belt.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. You ever see that picture of Ronnie Lott? He's like taking a knee. It's like one of his like team photos. And I know Gledhill, you know this. I don't know if Morgan and Stash like they're into like Jordans or whatever. Mm-hmm. But my man played like one of the seasons in the Jordan 5s on AstroTurf. You know how crazy that is? You know how hard it is to get down like that? Like, it's crazy.
Bro, the only other player off the top of my head that I knew that played in Jordans on AstroTurf was Randy. He wore the 11s, if I remember correctly.
Did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he wore the Concords. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is like with me and Ronnie Lott and Ed Reed is like, I feel like Ed Reed was never like the leader on the Ravens.
That's fair. Yeah.
And I feel like Ronnie was like the leader on the defense for those Super Bowl wins. Obviously, I wasn't born in the 80s. I didn't get to see him play live, but and I also think that Ed Reed had a better defense. And I may be wrong. I have to really look at the stats, but that was one of the greatest defenses literally ever.
Yeah, which is crazy because when people talk about greatest defense of all time, they have that 01 Ravens team.
Yeah.
Or 2000 Ravens team, right? Yeah, 2000 Ravens team. Ed Reed was still in college. Like, he wasn't even on that defense.
Yeah, I know. He wasn't on that team. I know.
What?
I know. It's crazy.
It's absolutely bonkers. So Ed Reed had an 11-year career with Baltimore, by the way. I just want to get that in there.
Ed Reed win of the year with Ray Lewis's last year?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. One thing I think Ed Reed does have over Ronnie Lott is his play on special teams. I think.
Yeah, he does.
Ed Reed is tied for the most career blocks returned for a touchdown on punts. And he's the first person in NFL history to have an interception, a punt, a blocked punt, and a fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Yeah, so that's nuts.
That's just all facets of the game. Like, you're told, obviously this, not playing football growing up, there's 3 phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams. And he was doing defense and special teams, but he was also scoring points. So, it's crazy what he was. And we also talk about Ed Reed as a ball hawk. He's tied for the most playoff career interceptions with 9. Longest interception return in NFL history with 107.
Yeah.
Most interception return yards for a career, which he has 1,590. Just put that into perspective on how many that is. Of his 64 picks, he has 1,590 yards returned for interceptions. As a receiver, if you have 64 catches and you have 1,590 yards, that's a fucking awesome season.
Yeah. No, for sure.
It's just, it's bonkers. And he also, another record that he has is the most multi-interception games in his career with 12. He had 12 games where he went out and got 2 picks minimum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So Ronnie Lott. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to argue about, when it comes to the stats being a ball hawk, Ed Reed was damn near a receiver playing safety.
Yeah, he was so good.
When it comes to ball skills, he's ball skills wise, I think he's the greatest, other than Rod Woodson he's the greatest ball skill wise DB that I've seen ever.
Yeah.
But as far as like being in the box and tackles, I mean, I believe Ed Reed had 11 forced fumbles in his career.
Yep.
Yeah, and Ronnie Lott had 16. I mean, listen, I don't know if you ever seen me play football, but I mean, in college you did, but
I did, yeah.
My style was like I love Jack Tatum. Like Jack Tatum's like one of my favorite players of all time. Like my style is like physicality over being a ball hawk.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of like cliche for being a DB, but I think that Ronnie Lott really changed the game. I feel like he was one of the first DBs that I've seen that was just as physical as a linebacker and just as much as a ball hawk as like Deion Sanders.
Yeah, I mean, arguably, I think Ronnie Lott has created what we see in like safeties now with like Jamal Adams and like just being just like a hybrid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like on the
sure.
other side of that, like, with Ronnie stepping out of the box, I got no argument for that. But like, if you put a center fielder back there, there's no player in NFL history better than Ed Reed. Like the only one that I would put in like the allure of Ed Reed, honestly, is Sean Taylor, who sadly passed away too early.
Yeah.
Because Sean Taylor was Ed Reed, but 4 inches taller and probably 30 pounds heavier.
Yeah.
Sean Taylor was an absolute monster.
Yeah.
And Ed Reed was no slouch when it came to hitting people.
He wasn't. He wasn't.
I don't know if you there's a viral video of Ed Reed when they were playing the Colts and he went to block a punt and he just missed it. And then the return was happening and you see Ed Reed just sprint down the field to go lay a block on somebody. And he fucking annihilates some dude and just goes, "Fuck, boy," as he walks off the field.
Yeah,
like,
he used to crush people.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, Ed Reed used to like, he wasn't soft. He was 5'11", 205, but he wasn't, wasn't soft.
He wasn't soft by any means. I will say this though, I don't believe Ed Reed. I mean, I don't believe Ronnie Lott had any sacks.
What?
Yeah, I may be way off, but because I know Ed Reed used to get in the box, so that's kind of
So Ed Reed's got 6 career sacks all time.
Yeah, I don't know if they were keeping track of sacks back
then, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Dude, Lawrence Taylor, are you kidding me? Come
on.
No,
as secondary, as far as secondary, I don't think.
Of course, they're still going to keep the stat though, right?
No, because when I looked at the stats earlier, believe it or not, they only had like for his first like 5 seasons, they only had like combined tackles. They didn't have solo tackles.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact year they started tracking actual stats.
Yeah, so it's honestly sort of hard. I mean,
you don't think they could go back and like reference it though?
They'd have to watch so much film.
Damn.
8.5 sacks. I got it.
Bro,
Who got 8.5?
Ronnie.
Oh, my man, Ronnie. I didn't know he was getting busy like that. That's crazy.
Score 1 for Ronnie.
He had more than Ed Reed, who had 6.
Yeah. I mean, also, little things like they retired his number. I'm sure they'll do it for Ed Reed soon.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I will say one thing that Ed Reed has over any NFL player of all time is Ed Reed by far has the best Hall of Fame bus.
Hall of Fame bus?
I was just going to mention.
Have you seen it? Like it's
him with like, I don't remember.
It's him
God. His hair sticking up, his beard's. Oh, it's great.
It's an awesome crazy Hall of Fame bus. Like some of them like don't look.
I'm gonna try and pull it up.
Yeah, you definitely should.
It's pretty sick.
So with the Hall of Fame, like they're both in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
obviously.
Yeah,
both first ballot, I believe.
Who do you think stands the test of time and is talked about years down the road?
This is tough. I think the one thing that Ed Reed has over it, and I've made this argument many times, is the internet. And just like being in the age of like internet with like us, like I'm going to talk about Ed Reed to my kids. You know what I mean? Like the way I talk about Troy Polamalu, how I think he's garbage, is the way I'm going to talk about Ed Reed the opposite.
Wait, hold on a second. We can't just go by that.
Now, do you think that's more of a testament to Ronnie Lott because he doesn't have the internet? We're still talking about him.
See, I don't think that's true because
you can go see his highlights.
My father told me stories of Ronnie Lott when I was very, very young. Yeah. So I mean, Ronnie Lott was implanted in my head at probably 8 or 9.
Yeah. We texted it to Ken, Morgan's dad, and we were like, Ronnie Lott or Ed Reed? He was like, Ronnie Lott, no question.
he didn't think about it.
Yeah, didn't even hesitate.
Ken said,
"Wait, can we sidetrack for a second? Did you say Troy Polamalu's garbage?
Yeah, I think he's garbage,
dude. What?
I think he's just one of the most overrated NFL players of all time.
Oh my God.
And it's just like
I'm not gonna go down that lane with the stats, but that's crazy, man. For somebody who played football and knows football, that's nuts.
The thing is for me is it was
You
a
wanna talk about
rival.
safety in the box. That dude was out of his mind.
It was a rivalry between who was better, Ed Reed or Troy Polamalu, and I just rode very hard for Ed Reed's side. So anytime like
Yeah.
Troy Polamalu got burned, because Troy Polamalu gambled way more than like any other safety.
Yeah.
And anytime he got burned, I was like, see, right there. Like, yep, that's why Ed Reed's better.
Yeah.
I mean, I just remember that Super Bowl with Greg Jennings just absolutely annihilating him.
Cooked
Oh,
him.
Greg Jennings.
Greg
Jennings.
This motherfucker broke his fucking leg.
Yo.
So
Wasn't Bill Walsh the coach for
Ronnie Lott, yeah.
he was.
Yeah.
So I mean that has a lot to do with them getting that many Super Bowls. I think if Ed Reed
well, I think Joe Montana has a
Dude,
big
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Can
Bill
you
Walsh is one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah. Can you imagine if Ed Reed, though, goes and plays for the Patriots? Oh, my God.
Yeah, in his prime, I know.
I think less of them.
What?
Morgan
Fuck
hates
the
the
Pats.
Patriots.
I absolutely despise the Pats. So do you guys have a moment of either of these athletes that just stands out among all the other moments for them?
I mean, I think Murph said.
Yeah, you know
with
mine
Ronnie
is-
Lott,
I mean,
like,
yeah,
listen.
dude's cutting off limbs to win games. Pretty hard to top.
When I was a kid, my dad was like, I was playing youth football. He's like, you don't know what toughness is. I think I like jammed my finger or some shit. And he's like, Ronnie Lott cut off because I wore 42. That's why I wore 42. It was Ronnie Lott. I wore 42 my whole life. And he was like, Ronnie Lott was the toughest son of a bitch I've ever seen. He's like, he cut off his finger just to continue the season. So like that, hands down, will forever stand out to me. And I think that will stand the test of time, like Stash was saying. I think that's going to go all the way throughout.
I mean,
Knock just turns around, cuts his pinky off. What now, Dad?
Yeah, I think I'm just going to cut it off.
It's all heart.
all heart. Your dad's just sitting there like, fuck, he just cut his pinky off.
Yeah.
That was premature.
I mean, I think the moment that really, like, for me is it's either the 107-yard interception return or it's the Bill Belichick talking about that play against Peyton Manning. I think it's one of those, but those don't even fucking sniff Ronnie Lott's jockstrap.
He did it with 10 fingers, dude. Come on.
Yeah, Ronnie Lott was down a whole finger. What a psycho.
Hey,
dude.
I'll tell you what. I remember when I was in college, there's this really famous, speaking of Ed Reed going back to college, there's this really famous video of Ed Reed in the tunnel, and they're losing. I forgot who they're losing to. It's the year they won national championship, and he has like this crazy epic speech, and he like runs out. That always stood out to me for Ed Reed, bro. That got me so hyped before games.
Ed Reed was the fucking man.
Yeah, Ronnie Lott was more quiet than Ed Reed. Ed Reed was really motivational.
It's so drastic the way you think about these players because they have similar stats, but you think of them so differently. Because Ed Reed he was a very instinctive player, very reactive to everything. And Ronnie Lott was just a physical prowess that it was feared by a lot of receivers going over the middle. He basically made the middle being feared.
Also, looking at the numbers, it's Ed Reed playing looks like 18 less games was just extremely efficient.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I mean, I think that's
it comes
the
down to
ball
that,
hawkers.
literally.
I mean, yeah, even that last season in 2013 where he was kind of done, where he played for Houston and the Jets, he still had 3 picks in his old man self. Like
He has one more interception over Ronnie Lott in 18 less games.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
I think that just comes down to the ball
That's
hawk.
that's like we were on the phone that time with the Randy Moss and
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice today, with the down to the games.
It was also a different game back then too.
True. Yeah.
They ran a lot more.
They did.
Well,
they
the
did.
yardage differences. Ed Reed's got 1,590 yards to Ronnie Lott's 730.
Yeah.
Double it up.
Yeah, when Ed Reed got interceptions, man, he became like a
It
receiver.
was, bro.
He was filthy.
There's only one person that I've seen have a similar game to like Ed Reed and like just like Pee Wee football just growing up, and it was literally TJ Robbins. Whenever TJ would play defense, when he caught the ball, he was literally running around the field like Ed Reed, just like whatever it took to score, like that's what he was doing.
Yeah.
I remember he ran around. So he came back from injury one time in high school, and he got a pick, and he was running around for literally 10 seconds. And he just came back from injury, and he took a knee. He didn't even get tackled because he was tired. Nobody tackled him.
Oh, he was that
like
tired?
50 yards back and was like running like back and forth. and then literally just got to a point, just like popped down and took a knee, and like walked, like jogged off the field, and was just like, I'm just so tired.
That's crazy, man. TJ's a character.
Yeah, he was definitely a character.
Yeah. I think when I honestly like to describe Ed Reed, and this is a reach, so be
Go
easy
ahead.
on me, guys. He reminds me of like, if I had to like say like he's two players combined, I would say like Deion Sanders and Bob Sanders.
Bob
Yeah.
Sanders.
Yeah,
You guys remember Bob Sanders, right? The real
Oh.
physical like 5'8"
yeah,
safety from the
bro,
Colts.
he
Oh
was-
yeah,
he
I
would
know.
pop people.
He used to drill people.
Drill.
Just
So it's like-
absolutely annihilate people.
That's like what I think. But I mean, Ed Reed is definitely his own. I mean,
Yeah.
but both these guys, out of all like the podcasts you guys did, I mean, this is up there, man, with the toughest ones.
It
They're
is.
damn near like. the
I
same.
mean, we literally say it every episode. Like we're like splitting the margins like thinner and thinner every
Literally.
time.
I was
Gotta-
watching a Ronnie Lott interview earlier, and he was like saying like, oh, Ed Reed is, to me, I think this other guy Krause he mentioned that played for the Vikings a long time ago,
Mhm.
but he was saying that Ed Reed is like, he's the guy, and then I bet you if you're talking to Ed Reed, he's like Ronnie's the guy.
Ronnie's
You know what I'm
the guy.
saying? Like
Yeah.
it's one of those things.
The mutual respect factor.
So to that point, swap them into their different respective eras. Who do you think performs better?
Bro, you're putting Ronnie Lott with Ray Lewis. Holy shit.
Yo, oh wait. This is a good debate because Glad, when you were out here, we had this debate about like saying who's the greatest, because I feel like they have to play through all the eras. They have to be
Yeah.
dominant through all the eras.
Yeah, 100%.
So Stash, this is a great point. So I think Ronnie Lott would be. I don't think he'd. I don't know, man, because like the physicality of the game. Damn, that's
Well,
a tough.
So if we're talking about like when Ed Reed played, which I think is a fair bar,
Yeah.
and Ed Reed was playing during the era where ESPN Monday Night Countdown had jacked up.
Yeah, it did. I remember that shit.
And
Jacked up.
So
I
Ed Reed's,
think-
Ed Reed's in the 2010s, right?
yeah, or
Yeah.
2000s and 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he started in 2002 and ended early 2010 or 2010s. He ended 2013. I think Ronnie Lott is like just a shorter version of like Sean Taylor with like the way he would pop people.
Yeah.
Like Ronnie Lott just I think would withstand the test
he
of
would
time.
be headlining
Like,
that
yeah,
jacked up segment
like-
every week.
Like your dad said, he's the toughest son of a bitch to like ever play. And I also
Yeah.
think if you put Ed Reed back in the 80s, I literally think people are trying to burn him at the stake and call him a witch. Like-
Yeah, like I think Ed Reed would have had so many more interceptions back then.
because I just think like the
His
quarterbacks,
game
like
speed.
his game speed, the quarterbacks, I don't think they're as good as they are now, just because of like schemes and shit, and just like the evolution of football. But like, oh my god, can you imagine Ed Reed going against like whoever in the playoffs for the 49ers, just playing center field, just picking people
In-
off?
Think that he in practice would be going against Joe Montana versus
Ronnie Lott. That's
Flacco or Trent Dilfer or whoever he went against. in
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Baltimore.
think about how much more Ed Reed learns like going against Joe Montana in practice.
And Jerry when he was there.
Jerry Rice, fuck out of here.
Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah, this is like the second guy you just like
Jerry Rice is barely a,
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice is barely a top 5 receiver of all time.
All right, we'll just act like we'll cut. Can you guys edit that one or not?
It's
It's
me.
a hot
He
take.
does the editing.
I
so.
did the
Morgan, get that one out of there.
No, obviously Jerry Rice is an all-time great. I just think Randy Moss is better. I also think Calvin Johnson's better. So
Oh, we're not going here, man.
you're right. We got to stay on debate.
This is so. This is crazy. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I think it's tough because the game is so much different. I mean,
yeah.
it's tough. I think they would both obviously be legendary in both eras, regardless. They're just that good.
I agree. Really quick, I know Nick always loves to ask this question, so I'm gonna get my points in. Do you know if Ronnie Lott has like a charity like set up, like
No.
when he goes off the field?
No, I can look that up really quick though.
Yeah, not a problem. So I'll do Ed Reed real quick. I know he has the Ed Reed Foundation. It's located in Miami, Baltimore, and St. Charles, Louisiana, where he grew up. It's the Ed Reed Academy. Athletes are invited, middle and high school. It's free. Kids get to go there and show off their skills. They also have the Read for Seed scholarship program, which provides, excuse me, a 24-hour learning environment for at-risk youth, which is awesome, and up to $2,000 worth of scholarships for kids going to school. And also in his hometown there, St. Charles, they're building an Ed Reed Foundation Park. So in that park, it's going to be kind of like learning and fields for kids to play on and such, which is pretty awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it says here. Yeah, that's dope. Says here he's had a charity for 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, I think both these guys.
Yeah, they're both great people, man.
100%.
As far as off the field stuff, I mean, they're both great people.
I've never heard a bad word about either of them off the field.
No, yeah, they're both great people. Especially for Ed Reed, man, coming from the U in that era, man. Those guys were wild boys.
Yeah,
those
guys are wild boys.
He's lucky he got out of there, man, without being with.
Bro, that Miami team.
Did he play with Shockey?
Yeah,
it was Shockey.
Clinton
Portis wasn't on that team, was he?
Yes, he was. Frank Gore. That backfield was crazy.
McGahee, I think, was there too, right?
Yeah, it was McGahee.
I think Andre Johnson was probably like a freshman when Ed Reed was there too.
Yeah.
Dude, they went from Ed Reed at safety to Sean Taylor.
Wait, Sean Taylor sat on the bench?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Sean Taylor was Ed Reed's backup.
Yeah.
Hey,
that Miami
is Ed Reed, man.
Those times in Miami were crazy.
Yo, the U was loaded.
Yeah, they were.
And
every year.
Who the fuck was their quarterback?
Shame on us. He wasn't. He didn't pan out.
The quarterback wasn't big.
Is that Sad Boy?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Tell Sad Boy, say what's up.
Yeah, glad that was good.
Love Sad Boy. Yeah. Oh man. While we're talking about the U, like I'm gonna look up that team real quick.
Yeah, they were unbelievable.
Yeah,
Sean Taylor was on the bench.
He was on the bench.
Starter.
Yeah.
As soon as he put the cap and gown in high school, they put him in a starting jersey. Right when he got to Miami. That's crazy, man.
Yeah. Yeah, the U 2000 roster.
Such a traumatic story, man.
Bro, it absolutely bonkers. All right, here we go.
If that didn't happen, who knows? We might have been talking about him today.
Oh my! All right, are you ready for the offense?
Yeah. What year was it? 2001?
2000. This is their football team.
I gotta pull this up so I can.
I don't know if you guys remember Najee Davenport.
Yeah,
Morgan?
absolutely. I remember him. Absolutely.
Andre Johnson at receiver. Santana Moss at receiver.
No way.
Ken Dorsey at quarterback. Clinton Portis at running back, along with James Jackson. Reggie Wayne was also a receiver, along with Jeremy Shockey.
What? Is this a Hall of Fame receiving corps? Yeah.
And then I would say on their defense,
it was okay.
It was okay. They had Ed Reed there. I know a bunch of guys on that defense got drafted, but none of them ever overly panned out besides like Ed Reed and Sean Taylor. That they didn't even win that.
Sean Taylor
year.
was on the bench.
No, they didn't win that.
Yeah,
year.
that was 2000. Whoops. All right. Hold on.
Was that the Ohio State year with Jim Tressel? And I think.
Here we go.
Bro,
Okay, yeah, it was 2001 they won. I apologize. So
yeah.
Andre Johnson was a freshman.
Yeah,
He got barely any burn that year, 2000.
Yeah, that he was co-MVP of the other one in 2001, the national championship. Bro,
Unbelievable.
Oh, dude, they had Entree Roll on defense in 01.
Mm-hmm.
He was a beast.
He was a beast.
I met him too at
Dude.
Giants camp. Great guy.
Do you remember how fast Philip Buchanan was?
Yeah.
He was on that team. Sean Taylor was a freshman on that team. Bro, get the fuck out of here. They had Jonathan Vilma, Vince Wilfork.
Vince, what?
Yo.
Wilfork?
Yes. Bro, the backfield was Clinton Portis and Frank Gore. Najee Davenport was their third string running back. Oh, and Willis McGahee as a freshman.
I told you McGahee was on that team.
Oh, yeah.
How did they even get everyone there like that, man?
Bro, can you
Money.
Yeah, they were. You think they were paying him by?
Oh, for sure.
Hell
1,000. You're not going to get Sean Taylor to Miami to be a backup.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, that's like, these guys were so good back then. It's like, yo, you better leave that 100K on my porch.
Who was their coach? Who was their coach back then?
Butch, Larry Coker.
Coker.
Yeah, Butch Jones was the year before, and I believe he got fired or left. Yeah, it was Coker because Butch Jones left. Crazy. That's an absolute crazy team.
That's a wild team.
I don't know who was on
Bro,
Ron teams
they're-
at UC, but
Their coaching staff, Rob Chiswick, who ended up winning a national championship with Cam, Randy Shannon, who ended up being a successful coach as well. And then they had Mark Stoops, who's currently the coach at the University of Kentucky right now.
Yeah, they were unbelievable.
Like, what?
They were unbelievable. I'm surprised they didn't get caught in like a scandal like
Do you-
SMU.
Do you think that's the best college football team of all time?
I don't know, because Nebraska in '94 was unbelievable when they ran the option in the wishbone.
Yeah.
But then again, it's like people are like, oh, they're just running the ball, different game. I don't know, man, because if like the 2001 Hurricanes or 2000 Hurricanes went back to that era, I don't know, man.
Bro, you put
It might look like they're in a different gear.
Yo, can you imagine if Miami just had the vision and they were like, you want to know what? Let's just start Ed Reed and Sean Taylor.
I think they did, man. I just
Oh my god.
Like, that's
I-
crazy. That's absolutely bonkers to me.
Santana Moss and Reggie
Andre
had
Johnson.
the same. Yeah, Andre Johnson. I'm talking about the 2000.
Oh,
They had
2001
the same stats. They were like the same person.
Yeah. Bro, that 2001 team also had Kellen Winslow before he got like all creepy. He was nasty in college.
Yeah, it
He's
was
very freaking all creepy.
It's true.
creepy.
Very creepy. But yeah,
they were filthy.
obviously we got a little off the rails here from the argument. That's okay. We stay within it. I don't
no,
think
it's relevant. Alma
Yeah,
mater.
it is.
Ed Reed's alma mater.
I don't have any other points, I believe.
I had one more question.
yeah.
I'd heard I'd heard some some Ed Reed records at the top of the debate. Knock, do you have any? Does Ronnie Lott hold any all-time records?
No,
No.
no, he doesn't. Not that I know. I couldn't. Besides cutting his pinky off.
I mean that might be worth that
Toughness-
might
the
be
toughness
worth
record.
Ed Reed's 6
No, he comes up
NFL
short.
records all time.
He comes up short.
But the thing is, I'll ask you this question and kind of give you the benefit of the doubt with this. When he retired, did he hold any records?
Possibly, I think so.
See, that's always a, you know.
It's. I don't even know if
I
they.
mean,
have
yeah,
it
the
up
game.
there.
There's been a lot of games played
Mor-
after.
Morgan's frozen. It looked like he was going to make a good point.
I mean, he's never led. He's never even been a single season leader for interceptions.
Ooh.
He led the NFL in interceptions twice.
Oh, there you go.
See?
86 and 91.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Yeah, see, we
Oh,
come
there
prepared.
we go.
We come
Well, he was-
prepared here,
Yeah, 10.
bro.
Morgan's my
in-
lifeline.
In 81, he had 3 defensive touchdowns.
Yeah, it was rookie season.
That's
Yeah, he did.
bonkers.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Here's a little hot take. What if he played corner his whole career?
I don't think
You think
because
he would have been just as good.
no, I think moving him to safety and giving him the opportunity to punch people in the mouth in the box helped.
Yeah,
I think they had the vision. I think Bill Walsh had the vision.
yeah. My man Ed Reed though, he's got crazy.
Yeah, it's
Tough
his
one, man.
his numbers are bonkers, dude.
Wild.
Absolutely insane. He had 1 year where he had 358 interception return yards. And that wasn't even the year where he had his 107 return. He has an all-time return of 107 and then second place at 106. Which means he's just intercepting the ball in the end zone and then just being like, I guess I'll take this to the other end zone.
See ya.
Yeah.
And I will say this about Ed Reed, the way he played, when he like got an interception, he didn't look like a guy running with the ball who looked like he was exerting a lot of effort. He glided. It was like watching like a horse run. It was
No,
just
that's
like,
what I'm saying. Like,
it was
I wonder what he played in high school. He had to play running back or receiver.
had to have.
He probably played running back with his size,
Yeah.
his height and weight.
So
had to have.
so winding down here. Any closing points for either of these guys?
I mean, I just think Ed Reed's all-time records kind of speak for him. The ball hawk that he was. First ballot Hall of Famer.
It's weird. It comes down to like weird variables. Like Glenn Hill would be like, Bill Belichick, the greatest coach of all time, praised him. And then I'll be like, yeah, he cut his pinky off though and kept playing. You know what I'm saying? It's like those two variables. Like, which one do you want to choose?
Yeah, no, it's both good variables. I'm
It's
not going to
neck
be
and neck
upset
though,
either
man.
way. Yeah.
It's tough.
this was one like I'm going into it. I was like, I'm okay losing this one.
I don't think it's a loss, but it's tough, man. It's almost like preference to a certain extent.
for sure.
Like what kind of player you like watching, because their stats are so damn close.
Here's the thing we did, Murph, what you never want to do in boxing or in fighting. We left it up to the judges.
Hey, if Floyd's my favorite fighter of all time, he loses to the judges all the time. He's never lost.
Yeah, because Floyd always wins.
Yeah.
They call him Money May for a reason.
You gotta stop fighting though, man. That shit's starting to piss me off.
That's fair.
He doesn't even look right now. It's really bothering me, his new look.
Hey, listen, I'll say it too. LeBron's got to stop tweeting and just fucking play basketball. Like, stop calling yourself the Wash King. Like, just go out and win another championship and then say it after.
Can we what do you guys think about? I know this is a hot take, not a hot take. Since Glenn Hill brought it up, I'm a diehard Lakers fan, Morgan. I think we talked about it, but I don't like the roster, man.
I think I said that our third episode.
I don't like the roster, man.
I mean, I love
too many egos. It's gonna be tough.
I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know.
I think
It's gonna be tough. I'm telling you. And if LeBron wins, I know Glenn Hill's gonna be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? But if LeBron wins, my defense is that Jordan never needed to build a super team like this. This is crazy.
Jordan.
This is crazy.
Jordan never had to leave his team because he had the team he had.
I think he made the team, man.
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, Jordan leaves the Bulls. They still make the playoffs without him.
Like, you got Carmelo Anthony on the bench.
Well, dude, it's washed Melo. Come on. It's not.
It doesn't matter.
It's
man.
not Carmelo Anthony. Like Carmelo Anthony, like prime on the Nuggets is literally arguably a top 3 scorer in the NBA history. Like guy would just go out there, a top 5 then automatic bucket. Like
I mean, I was saying it earlier.
He's top 10 all time scoring, Murph. Come on.
I know.
LeBron's assembled the best team of 2013. Like,
he texted us and goes, what is he assembling the 2014 USA Dream Team?
I was convinced we were gonna get Dame Lillard. I was convinced for years, not even months. Years.
I mean, it would have been great.
Westbrook, I was like, Westbrook, great player.
It sucks because I love Russ.
I love Russ.
He doesn't fit with the roster.
The thing is the one like saving grace I have is okay. So your closing lineup, you literally keep the same lineup, and instead of having Dennis Schroeder, who can't really shoot the ball, you just insert Russell Westbrook. No, for sure. But like you're inserting a better player who I think is better than Dennis Schroeder and Russell Westbrook for your closing lineup. But do they stay healthy? Like
I do think their second unit is better than last year's.
Yeah, because the second unit now at this point is all right. LeBron, AD, you guys, or AD, you stay on the floor with Russ. LeBron, you come out at minute 4 in the first quarter, and Russ, you cook. Like just go do your thing.
Yeah,
that was my major point with Russ. Was I've told them like Russ is getting them to the playoffs.
Yeah,
and getting LeBron and AD more rest in the regular season because they're just gonna let Russ go off in the regular season.
I mean,
like, who takes the shot though? Game
AD.
time. That's what I think as a Lakers fan. I thought, and I said it's a Glenn when he was here. I thought Anthony Davis was the best player in the NBA when they won the finals. That's just me. I sound crazy. I know.
No, it's a reasonable take. I think it's reasonable. I mean, I just
but what are they thinking? You know what I'm saying? What are they thinking? What is LeBron and Russ thinking?
I mean, I think LeBron is thinking I'm going to drive, and if I have the layup, I'll take it, and if I don't, I'll kick out. But like, also you got to think about it though. Like Anthony Davis hits that game winner against the Nuggets, a play drawn up for him.
Yeah.
Like I'm fine with Anthony Davis being the guy to take the last shot. Like
there's really one guy that should just take the shot. His name's Carmelo Anthony.
True.
He shouldn't be in.
Whoa! I can't let you slander my boy Melo like that. I can't have it.
Bro, they literally put him there like, all right, Carmelo hasn't got a ring, guys. You think we can squeeze him in the roster and just take care of him?
See, but I'm so torn because I can't have LeBron getting 5.
LeBron wants to get everybody from that draft class.
Can you picture
Literally.
if Russ and Melo both win a ring with Bron and it's his 5th ring? I'll be insufferable for Morgan.
Man, I don't see them winning it. I think they'll make it, and I'm a Lakers fan saying this.
So,
I don't think they're gonna win it. Too many egos.
do you think the Nets stay healthy?
No,
I don't think they stay healthy either.
no, I don't.
I think Kyrie's past like the point where he's not going to be healthy like
I have
consistently anymore.
zero faith in Kyrie Irving.
Yeah. Oh, really quick, Murph. How do you
Yeah.
feel about Giannis?
What about him? Like, he's a great player.
Isn't
Humble,
he just the worst?
skilled. No, not
What-
at all.
Where do you think he ranks an NBA best player
Right now,
Yeah.
currently,
today?
3 or 4.
Okay, who do you have ahead of him?
LeBron, Anthony Davis.
Do you have Kevin Durant ahead of him?
Yeah, KD.
Okay.
100%.
So
Why you're
Morgan-
getting mixed signals with your body language? Like,
Morgan literally thinks Giannis isn't a top 5 player in the NBA.
I had him at 5. Chill.
Are
You had him.
crazy?
You had him generously at 5.
You literally
Okay,
think
wait. I'm curious. Morgan? Who do you have ahead of him?
Durant, Steph, LeBron, and Luca.
See,
This-
I can't put Steph ahead of him.
See? And what about Luca? You can put Luca ahead of him?
Dude, Luca's disgusting.
He is,
There's
but
an argument.
Giannis had a
He's-
50-point game clincher. Like, come
Yeah, he
on,
did.
man.
Giannis
Come-
literally was like a high school player. He's like, we need to win the finals. Like, we need to win the state championship. Give me
We
the
need to
ball.
win it. Just give me the ball.
In the
I'm gonna go
NBA
drop
with a bunch
50.
of other NBA athletes. Like, what?
Bro, he had like 2 iconic NBA finals plays in that finals. That block he had on Ayton, and then that alley-oop he had at the end of that game in Phoenix where Chris Paul pushed him in midair. It's just like those are like
Yeah.
what like, and I say this all the time, and I said it about like the LeBron block and Kyrie shot. Those 2 plays from now on for the rest of time, whenever they show the NBA finals, those 2 plays will be highlighted in the NBA finals pregame show.
Yeah.
That's how crazy they were.
Yeah. But that's not crazy though that Morgan thinks that.
Yes, it is. He's
There's-
psycho.
No, there's a
Thank
lot
you.
of no, there's a lot
Thank
of
you.
there's a lot of other people that would say that. Hey, Morgan has had some agreements with some other crazy hot takes. Remember we were talking about boxing? I was like on Xbox. I was like, yeah, I don't have Tyson in my top 5, and you thought I was crazy. And Morgan's like, no, you're not crazy.
I didn't think you were crazy.
I agree. I agree with some shit Morgan says. Like
Yeah.
most of the time,
See?
Morgan knows his shit, but I
You're,
can't put Steph
don't be
Curry
gassing
on-
him up too much. Don't be gassing him up too much.
Nah, he does. He knows his shit.
Giannis getting lower and lower by the second.
Oh
I
my
just
god.
nah, it's tough, man. That season was great. He didn't really.
But
have
it was the first time he's done it.
Okay.
just the preview, man.
Like, yeah, it's just
a
the
sample.
preview to the
He's
movie.
healthy. He's
we'll see.
young.
He's 26 years old, and
Yeah.
he's arguably the 2nd greatest power forward of all time.
You chalk,
Already.
Oh, this is getting crazy.
you
All right,
chalked
what
up a
else-
50-point
what do you-
Let
final
us
no,
get
appearance.
crazy.
No. Who do you have? Who do you
See what I've been dealing with this shit?
Let us getting crazy.
Tim
Dude.
Duncan's number 1. There was nothing Giannis could have done last year to pass Tim Duncan.
Yeah, Tim Duncan.
Forever.
Who's number 2? Who's the 2nd greatest power forward of all
Power
time?
forwards.
Yes.
Morgan literally just said he scored 50 points in the finals, and he's like, big
Charles
getter's
Barkley?
luck.
Giannis has a ring. Next.
A ring. Yeah.
Oh, come on. We're not doing that, are we?
I have an argument for everybody after, so continue to go.
Oh, yeah. Glad he'll set me up with this.
He's already done this with me. I did the same thing. I did the same thing, Knock.
Hey, Morgan,
His mind is decided.
I said Dirk. I said
Giannis
Malone.
defensive player of the year. No ring for
Oh, Malone is 1,000%.
I do not
1,000% higher ranked power forward.
I do not respect that
than
bad man.
Giannis.
He's
Nah,
a very
And you know
bad
He's a
what?
terrible
Is
person,
Giannis
terrible
really a
person.
power forward? Because he really
Giannis-
plays
Yeah,
center.
he is. No,
Giannis
he's
is
a power
gonna
forward.
eat Karl Malone, man. Eat
I,
him.
I don't know. Carmelo is
Different
a big
era,
boy.
man. The way they play defense.
Yeah,
no way. I don't think
gonna say
Giannis
something
could even
crazy.
eat like Dennis Rodman, man. If it was like if they played against each other, Giannis versus Rodman, right? Picture this matchup in the NBA Finals back in both their primes. I think Rodman holds him
Yeah,
to like
I was gonna say,
I mean,
points, bro.
Rodman has guarded literally the likes of like Michael Jordan in the playoffs. So yeah,
Yeah.
I can't disagree with that.
Yeah.
But I mean, Giannis is also 7 feet and Rodman's like 6'9". So I mean,
Yeah, but think about the year that the Lakers lost to Ben Wallace, man. Ben Wallace was 6'9".
Ben Wallace is
Bunch
Ben
of
Wallace
people
was
shit-
different
Bunch
though.
of people shit in the bleachers. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Ben Wallace was different.
Yeah.
That afro like gave him superpowers.
That afro, he was 6'9". He's actually 5'2".
Yeah. He's really like 6'1".
Yeah, right. All right. Well, let's get back on
All
track.
right,
This has been so much fun.
Let's,
Morgan,
let's crown a
great.
king here.
Yeah, let's
Morgan, me and Morgan will both give a pick a winner.
yeah.
Morgan, before you do this, remember I agreed with you on your crazy hot take multiple times.
Well, see, with me, I think everybody that listens knows I'm very objective when it comes to debates and not just picking my favorite out of the debate. I do think the points of Ed Reed being a all-century and all his NFL records are great, but Ronnie Lott is an absolute legend.
He is, man.
Pinky getting cut off. I think Ronnie Lott's the better player. I'm going to go with Nocturnal on this one.
Yeah, I mean, the numbers, like Ed Reed is just super efficient in the less games played and stuff like that. Matt had really good arguments. He holds records, but Ronnie Lott's got 4 Super Bowl championships and he's got 1 less finger. So I'm gonna give it to Ronnie
my
Lott.
man was getting those picks. I didn't mention that before, but
That's
come on.
fair. That's fair.
He was shooting the gap with one less finger.
Hey,
man.
how many Super Bowls does Ed Reed have?
One.
Hey,
that's crazy.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I'm giving it to Knock.
That's fair. That's fair. You know what? Like I said, I didn't mind losing this one. Both legends.
Who knows, man? Long term, who knows?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Who knows?
We'll be old men, and we'll get you back on the podcast. We'll be talking about this all over again.
Yeah.
Really quick, I do want to get a couple interview questions in for you. We all kind of have a couple. So I'm going to start off pretty basic. Also, really quick, why I have you here before I forget, I really want to thank you for making the beat for our podcast. It's
Yes.
awesome.
Oh yeah, no doubt, bro.
Like
Anything I can do to help you guys, man. I love this shit.
Yeah,
I love
all
you
three
guys
of
doing
us.
your thing, man.
Yeah, all three of us appreciate it so much. And you took time and effort, and I literally told you what I wanted, and you totally delivered on it. I said a Chicago beats 90s. The intro to that, that's the mood I wanted, and you absolutely killed it
With a nice little
no doubt,
Out of
Phil
the park.
Collins drum solo in there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, and the Air Tonight is one of my favorite songs of all time, man.
I told you, Nick, he's gonna surprise you with his music stuff, who he likes.
I mean, hey, on the topic, I want to just I'll just ask my question first because we're right there. Who are some of your biggest influences?
Okay, I'll give you a surprise one just to keep it interesting. Kurt Cobain.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I love
100%.
Kurt Cobain.
As far as when it goes to Kurt Cobain, just I think he not created, but because you got Prince and all these guys, but he took it to another level of I want to call it being an alien, as in he didn't care what anyone thought about anything, and he was just so in tune with his art. I don't know if you guys ever seen the documentary Montage of Heck, but it breaks down his whole come up and the type of stuff he did. He was really out there, but at the end of the day, it was all logical. I think he was just way ahead of his time. So as far as being an individual, definitely Kurt Cobain. Sonically, he was a legend, absolute legend. Sonically, definitely J. Cole and Tupac and Eminem, for sure. As far as to be my music sound, definitely those two.
I mean, I can say I listen to your music, quite often. I can definitely see the influences for all three of them. So I don't know, I'm sure all your fans know this, but you moved from the New Haven, Connecticut area out to LA. What made you decide to be you want to know what, I'm going to go for it?
So honestly, it stems from, I read a lot of books on just taking risk and all that shit. I know it sounds pretty simple, but not to go in depth, but I read a lot of books on just when it comes to chasing your dreams, and I seeing all the people's come up stories, them taking risks and leaving so much behind. I felt like I hit the ceiling in Connecticut. I knew everybody who was anybody when it came to music, and there's really been nobody huge that ever came out of Connecticut. So I wanted to go to LA, man, and go in the big pond, even though I'm a small fish, and give it a shot. You know what I mean? Why not? I don't have any kids or anything. You know what I mean? I don't have a mortgage. You know what I mean? So why not take a risk and just see how far I can take this? And so far it's been great. So
yeah, no,
you've happy with the decision so far.
I was gonna say, I know you got a lot of traction going out there, and I don't think you're gonna be a small fish for very long with how much talent you got.
Yeah, hopefully not, man.
I know Morgan's got a question for you.
Yeah, so I'm always amazed by artists and their process of how they do stuff. especially with like rappers and just people who flow words. Is
Yeah.
it like easier doing the lyrics and then finding a beat to make for it, or is it easier to find the beat and then put the words to the beat?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So when you first start, it's easier to find the beat, because like as you grow as an artist, you really start to learn like BPMs. So like if you listen to like the greatest rappers of all time, they could
Nas.
rap a cappella.
Kanye.
Yeah,
Yep.
Nas. Those two, by the way, like Kanye's huge influence on my production. But,
I hear it.
yeah, I love Ye. But if you hear them rap like a cappella, they have there'll be like a drum, like
Mhm.
a human drum, and that means they're like giving you a rhythmic beat without like
Right.
having extra instrumental. So that's like advanced rapping. So I'm able now at this point to write verses ahead of time, because I'm like, okay, I'm writing this verse to 90 BPM or to 113, whatever.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so I can write like a verse and then have like the tempo in my head. So basically, that's really what it comes down to. But now that I'm like getting really good with the MPC and learning how to produce and stuff, I still have a lot to learn, but I'm getting actually pretty good. It's way different now, man. I try to make like the craziest beats, and to make like I try to make it like an experience, you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
if you look at like the classic albums, like the Sonics and the way it sounds on top of their voice, like it's like timeless music. So that's really what I'm aiming for.
Yeah,
I'd be-
that's one thing that like when you listen to music from back then and now, it's like you could throw on an album from years past and listen to the whole album and it was all gold. Now you're kind of trying to sell one song on an album and
Yeah.
the rest of it's kind of throwaway. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. Like you just want the whole thing to be like a fluid experience.
Yeah. They call it like the microwave era now, because like attention spans and it's not like it used to be, man. Back in the day, you go buy a CD and sit with it. Now it's
Yeah.
like I can go listen to Illmatic.
Now you can just buy a
You know what I mean? It's
song
like-
from
Yeah,
$1.99.
I was gonna say, like, you know, Nick and I growing up, we went out and bought like friggin' Exhibit CD, you know,
Hell yeah.
Chronic 2001. Like, I believe the name of that Exhibit CD is Restless. Am I crazy?
I don't remember. You talking about
Like,
the one with
The
with,
blue
like,
cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one where he's like this on the cover.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But like, I
Or even Get
definitely-
Rich or Die Trying, just like front to
Yeah.
back. It's just
Legendary. One of the greatest rap albums.
it's a perfect album. Like,
Yeah, I think it's incredible, and I definitely think we see it in your music that like you're going for that timeless. I say because you don't put out music a lot, but when you put it out, like it's perfect for what that beat is.
Yeah, I try to, man. It's longevity is huge with this music stuff for me.
Yeah.
Because all the artists that I idolize, I mean, you look at Kanye, he just dropped last night. I know it was a
Mhm.
headache. I know it was a headache for Kanye fans, but he just dropped last night, and it's like, dude, I was talking about Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy 10 years ago. Like my man is still relevant. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's because
Mhm.
it's quality. You know what I mean? It's quality music.
that's a great album, by the way.
I mean, that's my biggest thing with especially rappers now is I'm more of the older era where I like hearing their heart and their passion in their writing and the lyrics. A lot of the new rap just doesn't hit that anymore.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I mean, there's some people though, like if Travis Scott, his Sonics.
Yeah, he's
The Sonics is the passion.
There's definitely
You know what
a
I'm
few.
saying?
Yeah.
So the way, like the sounds and everything is the passion.
like
You know what I mean?
Astro World Sonics are like crazy.
Yeah.
Like that album is
It's
like
crazy.
really.
I mean,
fucking
Sicko
good.
Mode is one of the greatest rap songs ever.
Yeah,
Literally, like I know people won't say it now, but they will down the line. Like Sicko
Ugh.
Mode. is nuts.
I heard it so much playing 2K.
Hell yeah.
So much.
Wow.
There's certain songs from 2K, man. It's just like
I'm like, oh my god.
Friggin-
heard this
it was-
way too many times.
what 2K was it that had Meek Mill and Rick Ross? I'm a boss. I think it was like 15 or 14.
60, I think.
And no, I think it was when we were living at River Road, Morgan.
Shit. Maybe.
Yeah, it was your guy in the OKC Thunders one.
Oh, that dude. Yeah.
That dude. So it was like that 2K, and like every time I hear that song, I literally just get flashbacks of like playing in that basement, so over and over again.
Yeah. Hey, Stash, I know you mentioned that Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy is a great album. That's literally my favorite. I know you're a diehard Nas fan, Morgan. Illmatics too, but my Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy, I think, is the greatest body of work in hip hop history. It's unbelievable.
It's a great album.
Unbelievable, bro. It's unbelievable. I know he had a bunch of writers and all that, but if you like sonically, and it's unbelievable. It's unreal.
He's
I can't think of
so
a
talented.
modern rap album that I've been like super blown away by. I liked Goblin a lot by Tyler the Creator.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Thought that was a good
Hey,
album.
did you hear his last one? Call Me If You Get Lost. It's good, man.
I haven't heard that one yet. No.
Yeah, you gotta check it out. It's good. It's like
So-
rapping like Goblin.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna
You're
say.
good.
So I think the last question before we let you get out of here, give us a review on Donda.
Oh, okay.
I know I saw you and John listening to it
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah. So I actually found a link last night before he dropped it of
Okay.
his live performance, and it had like everything high quality and everything. And I think the live performance gave me more of an idea of what he was going for, and it gave the album more justice than people are giving it.
Okay.
But overall, I listened to it like once throughout the gym. I think it's really good. I'm not like a huge fan of, the whole like gospel thing. When I hear rap, I don't, want to hear like the gospel thing. But I think it's really good. I think sonically, obviously it's unbelievable. I mean, he had Mike Dean, who's like, I don't know if you guys know who Mike Dean is. He does all Travis Scott stuff. He's unreal. But he had Mike Dean, 88 Keys. He had a lot of good people on it, but rapping wise, it's not that great. But sonically, it's definitely an experience for sure. And I'd give it like a 7 out of 10.
That's fair. Oh,
Yeah.
there he is. John X.
Gotta give
Smith
it a
making his
listen.
appearance.
Weekly appearance.
His weekly
All
appearance.
the appearance.
They're like, there's
Weekly appearance. He's in Maine one time and he's in Cali the next. That's funny.
Yeah. What did you guys check it out or no?
I've listened to almost all of
I was
it.
gonna say I'm a
What'd you
couple
guys think?
songs in. I had a shit going on today, but I mean, it's Kanye. I'm probably gonna like it, honestly. Like, just to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm super impressed. Like the gospel stuff is in there, but like he uses the instruments from it to beats, which is
Yeah.
kind of sick.
Yeah.
I kind of like
it's
that.
fire.
The whole singing and stuff, but
Yeah.
I liked a good portion of it. There's a couple verses here and there that are just fire.
The Heaven and Hell song is unbelievable.
Yes.
If you're like an older Kanye fan, like
Yep.
it's unbelievable.
Mhm.
Hey Glad, that's the one me and John were bobbing our heads to.
Okay.
Car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'll listen to it. I'll definitely probably text you. Also, shout out Johnny Balk. I love that kid,
Yeah.
and
man.
we got to get Johnny on here. He
Oh, Sean will be electric.
John will be electric. John will be electric. So I'm like, yeah, John. I don't think Emmitt Smith is the top 3 running back of all time. You'd be like,
Just
"What?"
get him going. Just
Yeah.
get him wound up.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Knock, thank you so much for coming on, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
If
no, thanks for
anybody-
having me, guys.
If anybody
Awesome.
wants any of his social links, I'm gonna have them all below down in the description. His YouTube, SoundCloud, like Apple Music. I'm gonna try to find everything to be able to put there. So if you want to go tap into him, go tap into him. He makes awesome songs, good quality,
Mhm.
like,
Appreciate
honestly,
it, man.
perfect songs. So thank you again. We really appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me, guys. I will say this. I thought Stash had because I saw his camera, like it was really small. I thought he had a Ravens hat on at first. I thought he was trying to set me up. Looks like a Ravens hat from far back.
White
Knock,
Sox.
Knock comes in here and he's like, I've been hoodwinked, bamboozled.
I thought I was
That's
getting
right.
hoodwinked.
At least he didn't
No,
have
but
to.
it was a pleasure, guys. I really appreciate this, man. And I
This was a lot of fun.
Same.
I
Yeah,
listen to almost all your guys' episodes, and I think you guys are doing is fucking awesome, man.
thank you. We really appreciate
Appreciate
it.
it.
Bro.
I was gonna say one of these days we're all gonna be, getting together in somebody's living room just shooting the shit about sports, and I can't wait for that day.
Hell yeah,
Nah, me either.
yeah, for sure.
All right, Knock, we'll let you get out of here, man. Thank you so much for
All right,
coming
man,
on.
appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
Bye.
later, man. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
We literally went for an hour,
Almost
and
an
7
hour.
minutes, and like I said, I literally can't wait to be sitting in the living room just shooting this shit
Yeah.
with like everybody about sports.
Yeah.
Because like I can picture just like because Murph and I like really like think like or excuse me, Knock and I really think like similar when it comes to sports. And just to see me just get a rise out of Johnny
Oh my God.
bro, it's like
Oh my god.
Nick, the best way I could like describe Johnny to you when it comes to sports is like how Ray Keschel is. Like,
Jesus. Get
Like,
that man on here too, Jesus.
Ray does want to come on. He wants to talk about running back, so we'll definitely get him on.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're gonna go into the weekly wrap up. I mean, honestly, we could end the episode there. I'm happy enough with it, but now let's do the weekly wrap up. Start with the NBA.
It's not much for it anyway.
Yeah, it's not too much. Really quick, Rachel Nichols getting the boot from ESPN. All of our NBA shows canceled.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I agree. It's dumb.
It's dumb. I mean,
I mean,
why?
ESPN's a joke now.
So why? Like, you know what I mean? Though,
Not
like,
all that.
I mean, obviously I know why because I'm not fucking stupid, but like, why? Why get rid of it?
yeah, I get it, but like also I like just don't say that shit. Like,
I think
But-
she
yeah.
said what she did in probably the most professional manner you could say that shit.
yeah, but like still, it's just like something that shouldn't be.
And she
uttered out of
wasn't
your
even,
mouth.
and it wasn't even her stating an opinion. Really, it was her shitting on her network for being the way that they are.
Yeah, for sure.
And
But
what?
still.
So, but Stephen A. Smith gets to make the comments he makes.
Yeah, no, it's like yo, Stephen A. Smith's a wild boy.
Like that's, I don't know. That's not fair to me.
Oh fuck, I forgot to ask Murph the fucking end of the interview question. God damn it. Get him back. That's all right.
No.
No. Why didn't you guys forgot too though? Nobody reminded me.
I was so enthralled by him. He was captivating.
He was captivating. Well, next time we'll get him on again and we'll ask.
Yeah.
So it's just an excuse for not to come back on. So there you go. Yeah. So I mean, I really couldn't care less about Rachel Nichols.
I mean, I don't care, but it was. I mean, it's, you know, as far as shows go, it wasn't bad.
I mean, it wasn't good. It's not like I was tuning in to watch The Jump with Rachel Nichols.
Nothing's really good that they put
Yeah.
on.
Like the only thing I like watch on ESPN is literally Sports Center in the morning when it's strictly Sports Center and they're actually doing highlights again.
Yeah.
Like I don't watch like any talking programs with them anymore. I'm just
Or Monday Night
over it.
Football.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Let's really quick. Next NBA, Rondo likely to the Lakers.
Yeah.
Fine addition, you know. I think not totally unexpected.
I don't know when he's really going to play. His minutes are going to be 6-7 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. Well,
I've never
I'm-
cared for him.
I also think it's a regular season move too. I'll say that much. You know, adds depth. You know, gives people breaks. You know,
Yeah.
somebody to be a floor general when you know you have Russ and LeBron off the floor. But we'll see. MLB. Morgan went to a Braves game on Friday night.
Did. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Good looking
SunTrust-
ballpark.
Straight like a
SunTrust
ballpark.
Truist, it's now called. It got renamed within
Again?
4 years. Yeah. No, it was pretty awesome. The game was great. Gosman's first start back from the IL. He went 6 strong.
See ya.
The former Cubs making the impact to seal the game for the Braves.
Jorge Slayer hit a fucking
Jorge.
bomb.
And it wasn't that far. It barely cleared the fence. I was literally like right on that line with the fence.
It looked way cooler on ESPN because he knew it was gone. So
He did know it was gone. And, it's crazy. I can tell, like, the fans got all excited on certain hit balls, and I'm just sitting there like, nope, that's not.
Too high.
it's too
It's-
high.
It's not there. But then I heard the one off Solares because I heard the bat from where I was sitting, and I was
Yeah.
in left field, and I heard the bat, and I'm like, that's
And
gone.
you're like, that's
Yeah.
gonzo.
And then Jock Peterson made a hell of a play in right field. At the
Bro,
game.
did you
saw
stay
that.
for that?
Yeah, no, we were there the whole game.
That catch was crazy.
Yeah, that was wild.
Also,
Just-
really quick, we're giving shout outs this episode. Shout out Jack. I know Jack listens quite a bit, your nephew. I just
Mhm.
want to let you know that we appreciate you, Jack. And anytime you want it, I will absolutely fucking annihilate you in Madden.
Was that a spur of the moment game?
Yeah, I was kind of just
Those
I
are the
don't
best ones.
had nothing to
They
do.
are.
I'm like, Giants are coming to town. He loves a lot of the Giants players. We saw Posey hit a home run. That was pretty
Sick.
cool.
Yeah, very cool.
In the bullpen. I mean, it
You
was.
see Freddie Freeman's handsome face?
Yeah, I did. Chris Bryant was there.
How was that seeing your ex?
I didn't have to see him that long because they pulled him out
Pulled him.
after the rain delay.
The second,
Yeah.
didn't they? Pulled him in the second.
Yeah, he had one at bat and they pulled him after the rain
So,
delay.
yeah.
So
That's a lie. During that rain delay, Morgan was out on the field, just going, "Baby, come back.
Crying.
You can blame it all on
Yeah.
Morgan got lucky that there was rain because he was crying.
robbed, and I just can't live without you." Guitar. That's awesome though. That's sick.
yeah, it was a good time.
Nick
and I, we will get down there for a game.
Yeah, for sure.
We will. I promise.
The Yankees finally lost.
They did. The Yankees 16-game winning streak?
I think
13?
it was like
13,
12.
I
It was
think.
13.
13 or
Excuse
It was
me.
12 or 13. I don't.
The Yankees
I think they lost
13-game winning
13.
streak. At the beginning of
Was it
their
13?
winning streak, they had a 43% chance to make the playoffs. At the end of their
97.
streak, 96, close.
whatever.
So
To
they're
make the
shooing
playoffs. I
to
mean,
make the playoffs. Yeah.
yeah, they're gonna make it.
Well, they went from a 43% chance to a 96% chance, which is crazy.
Because they won 12 games in a row.
Yeah, but nobody wins 12 games in a row besides the Yankees.
They're not gonna win anyway. Doesn't matter.
I mean, obviously the Red Sox are going to make some miracle run with how good their bullpen is.
I mean, I think we're gonna see a Yankees Red Sox wild card
Those guys fucking blow, by the way.
because I don't think the Athletics are gonna hold on to that spot.
No, they're struggling.
No chance.
While we're on the topic of the Red Sox, let's talk about Chris Sale's immaculate inning.
Yeah.
The
Awesome.
third of his career,
Third time.
and
Yep.
that's tied for the record, I believe, right?
You see his quote about his three fastballs in a row.
No.
He threw like 3 98-mile-an-hour fastballs in a row to strike him out, and he said, "Yeah, I like to call those fuck you fastballs."
Well, here's the thing: if the Red Sox time it and Chris Sale pitches that wild card game, so you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah, I mean,
Their bullpen
Yankees,
fucking
red
blows.
wild card. Yankees would definitely throw Garrett Cole, and
That $340 million bum, as Nick would say.
They can't hate their bullpen as much as the Braves do.
dude's a clown.
Just quick little story, dude. Will Smith came in the ninth to close that game out, and he gave up the home run on like the first batter, and some dude behind us yelled, "Fuck you, Will Smith!"
I love baseball fans.
Like,
I was
actually
also told I had a nice face, which was weird.
Nice.
I was actually just watching Gemini Man.
Quick announcement while we're on it, we're getting some business cards here soon. So anytime we go to a sporting event, like when Nick and I go see the Saints Pats at the end of September, I'm
Yes.
bringing those business cards, just handing them out to random people.
I'm just gonna leave them places.
Yeah, like why
In
not?
bathroom stalls.
You,
Under windshield wipers.
I'm gonna put mine right above a glory hole. Boom. so when you're,
Somebody's about to go in there and slop some knob and be like, "This is good listening right here. I got plans after this. Let's hurry this up."
when you're doing it, you're thinking of me.
Exactly.
They're seeing my face.
I'm playing both sides, so I always come out on top.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh man.
Uh,
Oh shit. All right.
yeah.
While we're on baseball, let's
While
talk.
we're on the topic of
Yeah, let's talk taters. Tater talk. Ohtani, 40 homers, 20 stolen bases.
Yep.
He's okay at baseball.
It's all right. I mean,
He's first AL player since 2011 to do that.
I've seen better.
Curtis Granderson was the last in 2011.
Alfonso Soriano, I believe, had one of those seasons.
He was close to the 40-40 club.
Mm-hmm. But there isn't much Ohtani can't do.
Yeah, that
Dude, just unreal.
guy's really good at baseball.
I'll tell you what he
Confirmed.
can't do. Give me my heart back because he stole it.
That's cute.
Wow.
So another tater. Sano for the Twins hit an absolute bomb at fucking Fenway.
Yeah.
495.
The longest
In
of the season.
Fenway, which is
Longest of the
it won
season.
almost 500 feet in Fenway is.
This man was just dragging his hog around the bases.
Wouldn't that be almost 500 feet anywhere?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, in Colorado, that's probably going 520.
Yeah, well, the air, it's way different.
I don't know which way the wind's blowing at Wrigley. Could be a little further.
Yeah.
Red Sox lost today, which sucks.
Which way the wind's going at Wrigley could be,
Hey,
going,
so do the Cubs. They have
going
that
520. Or at Wrigley, it could be a pop fly to left field.
Morgan, you never ever need to remind me that the Cubs lost. I will just assume they did.
We got up to a 6-0 start the other last Friday night.
Speaking
You guys
of
lost
the Chicago Cubs,
like 16-12.
It was so
I'm
bad.
trying to help Morgan out of this.
There's no help.
There's
What-
not. They lost 13-1 today.
All right, fine. We won't talk about a former Cub yet. Let's talk about Salvi Perez on a homer streak, 5 straight games. He's now hit the most homers all time for an AL catcher in a single season.
Yep. And he has the Kansas City record.
Good
I
for
was gonna
him.
say Chiefs.
I like Salvi Perez. I think he got a raw deal in that home
He
run
got
derby.
dogged in the home run derby. They didn't even put the camera on him.
I definitely think that they should bring him back.
That dude is a 100% future Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And they got fucking Pola Pete over there talking to everybody, which was great. I like Pete Alonso, but like, the dude hit the second most home runs of the entire night in a round.
Yeah.
And we didn't watch any of them go out of the park because they were focused on Pete Alonso.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
It's so disrespectful.
It is. I
And
agree.
then if you, I could be wrong. It could have just been me noticing it, but when they re-aired it the next day, I think there was more footage of Salvi.
Well, yeah, of course. They're probably like, he had a lot of homers.
It's the second most. He had like 28 or something,
Yeah.
something like that.
He was crazy. All right, let's go from one caster to another. Yachty Molina retiring after next
Retiring.
season.
Yep.
See ya. Get out. Go away.
Rude.
Hold on. Let me switch hats real quick.
He was planning this the whole time.
It was fucking props.
He wheels out the key to jump over to dunk.
Fuck you, Yachty.
All right. Well, we know we won't.
No, I do respect Yachty, but fuck him.
I'm sure he appreciates that.
Sure.
Oh my God, Morgan, you're fucking.
Where'd you get that hat? The toilet store?
I mean, even the guy who can't think says something.
Yeah.
Why Morgan has his Cubs hat on, it's time to talk to him about a former Cub, another baby that's gone. Javi and Francisco Lindor, whenever they get a base hit on the Mets, give the fans the thumbs down because they're sick of getting booed. So anytime, the Mets have been stinking and the fans boo the players, now the players are booing the fans. And
you know what they could do to not get booed by the fans is don't be a shitty ball club. Just a thought.
Morgan.
I don't know how it's Javi's fault. He came in late in the season. I don't know.
Morgan, when it comes to Javi Baez, it's like his prodigal son.
Never saying a bad word about that man. I mean, Lindor's obviously corrupting him to do all this. I mean, this is all Lindor's
Corrupting
idea.
him.
Yep, this is Lindor trying to push everything on Javi. I'm blaming Lindor.
Morgan's-
Corrupting. Javier
Morgan-
Baez has kind of been an asshole from the jump.
Morgan,
A lot of players don't.
I never saw that in Chicago.
Like
Morgan's
El
sitting
Mago
there.
away, right?
Morgan's sitting there and he's like, it's the liberal media that's making Javi do this. They're giving him a bad rap.
They're twisting his mind. Them
I'm not-
Metropolitans.
I kind of like it, honestly.
I think it's a sick move.
I kind of like
I mean,
it.
he might as well embrace the role of a villain.
Yeah, for sure.
So fuck it.
He's a world champion. He can do whatever he wants.
If you guys,
Unlike any of those other Mets players who never won a championship.
Yeah, fair. Yeah,
He'll never win another one.
I got
Javi
nothing.
deserves the respect of a champion.
On to the NFL. Trevor Lawrence looked good today against Knicks Dallas Cowboys.
It's preseason.
He was still throwing dimes.
I don't give a shit. It's preseason.
Yeah, well, as Morgan is going to sit there and defend Javi, I'm going to sit here and talk about Trevor Lawrence's beautiful hair, throwing his first touchdown in a Jags uniform. He looked great.
Probably the only one he throws.
Probably not.
Jags are gonna suck.
Cowboys are going to suck. Are you kidding me?
I didn't say they weren't.
You know what? It's a lot of negative energy coming from you, Nick, and I don't appreciate
How many games did Jags win last year?
a lot of negative energy coming
How many
from you,
games
and
did
I
the
don't
Jaguars win
appreciate
last
it.
year?
One, but we didn't have a quarterback named Trevor Lawrence.
They're gonna be worse this year.
Would you like to make a bet on that?
Yeah.
What would you like to bet?
I don't know.
Did he just say he's going to bet on them being worse this year?
Yes.
What?
Worse than 1-15. So he thinks they're going 1-16.
No. I think they're going 0-17.
Oh my god.
The extra game in the season
Oh.
has left it open for them to be worse
you just
statistically.
said that with the straightest face. You're fucking crazy. I like you, man, but you're crazy. No, but seriously, let's make a bet on it because I bet they win 2 games.
At least 2. I mean,
It's a lot of faith.
Oh man,
Calm the fuck down. They're not gonna win 2 games.
I bet a dinner at Firehouse on it. There you go.
All right, that's fine.
Done. Firehouse hot dogs in North Providence, Rhode Island. Go check them out. They're really good. There you go.
No free plugs.
Free hot dogs for life.
Can't
Can't do
soda.
drinks,
Can't do
though.
drinks though.
Can't do milkshakes though.
Can't do
I
it.
can't,
do
I
it.
can't do it.
We're quickly approaching the new season, and when that happens, we get the NFL Top 100. As I say that, of course, Morgan is frozen because he was going to make a good point.
Nah,
about the
I'm
NFL
still
Top
here.
100.
I can still hear.
You're frozen on my angle, so I can't hear you. So we're going to talk about the NFL Top 100. I know number one is Patrick Mahomes, which I don't know if I agree with, considering Aaron Rodgers won the MVP. Oh, look, hey Morgan, you're back. Since Aaron Rodgers won the MVP, I don't know if I agree with Mahomes being one. Aaron Donald was number two, which fair. And then Morgan, what's the rest of the list?
So 3 is Aaron Rodgers, 4 is Derrick Henry, 5 is Travis Kelce, 6 is Devontae Adams, 7 is Tom Brady, 8 DeAndre Hopkins, 9 TJ Watt, and 10 closing out the top 10 is Josh Allen.
That's interesting.
Interesting's a word I'd use, yeah.
I'd have Rodgers one or
I mean-
Aaron Donald. And then I put Mahomes at 3. Who was 4?
Derrick Henry.
That's fair.
Where's Brady at? Like 7?
7.
I would have Devontae Adams over Travis Kelce. I think the receiver is harder than tight end, as I get crucified for saying that, but I think that's what it is. I think it's hard. No, dude, it's harder to be Devontae Adams than fucking Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce.
that I
Tyreek
agree
Hill.
with.
Like, come on, it's
I don't-
It's Devontae Adams all day.
Tight end's a
Well,
harder
I
position.
stand by my statement. And then
Yeah,
Tom
I mean-
Brady at 7. Yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. He's probably going to win another Super Bowl anyways. 8 was
Hopkins.
whatever. I thought Diggs had a better year, but okay.
Diggs, I did think had better year. TJ
Yeah.
Watt at 9.
I don't give a shit about the Pittsburgh Steelers.
4.
That's a great point, Morgan.
Probably was going to be a good one.
It really probably was. It's very impressive that Josh Allen's at number 10.
And I think Rodgers. Time that well.
He just comes
That was
back and
great.
it's like, and that's how I'd solve the Middle East.
That's a whole other topic.
Yeah, we're this is a podcast
We're-
that sticks to sports.
Yeah, we only joke fight on this one.
Yeah. Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have fun here.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's. Do you have anything else?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes. I have a point with the NFL, and I've been saying this, and I said on last podcast, J.K. Dobbins is the reason that you don't do your fantasy draft until Labor Day weekend. How many people got J.K. Dobbins? And let's just say, 3rd, 4th round, nice little steal pick, being like, ooh, got the Ravens cowbell running back. And nope, you didn't, because he tore his ACL.
Whoops.
Did they get a new cowbell running back? I thought they stole Lamar Jackson.
Oh, come on, Morgan. He's a quarterback.
So is
He's a
Tim Tebow.
quarterback, you crazy asshole.
I said Joe Montana. Well, we already covered the boxing match tonight. I hope Woodley
The
wins
boxing match.
the boxing
I'm
exhibition.
calling it a fight.
I'm calling it a-
Dignifying,
I'm
calling
calling
it
it a
boxing.
scuffle.
All right.
A
Donnybrook.
Yeah.
The coolest thing about this fight is Jake Paul's friggin' robot.
Is he in real steel?
Have you not seen the robot?
No.
Yeah, I saw it.
Bro! It's literally his face and it talks. It's fucking crazy.
This is what happens when you give people like him money. I can't even.
Idiots.
Yeah. Our last subject here is going to be golf. And then we're going to have a new segment at the end of the podcast where we're going to ask a question. And we want you fans to, come up. We're going to post it, tomorrow. I know Nick will do the socials on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're going to say something. We want you guys to respond to it. And honestly, we're going to start reading some of the best answers off. We'll, at username, we're going to read it on the podcast. That's
Yeah.
how we're starting the episodes from now on. So people fucking interact with us, or we're gonna come to your doors and we're gonna make you interact with us by just
Yes.
asking politely. I'm just
We are
kidding.
gonna-
I would
we are
never
going
threaten
to-
anybody.
At the top of each episode, we're going to read off some good answers and talk about them.
Correct.
So everybody knows how questions work.
Before we
Give us
get
an
there, golf. DeChambeau's a dickhead? Question mark.
So Bryson DeChambeau in a playoff. We're in the FedEx playoff with Patrick Cantlay. I think it was
Fire name.
from UCLA. I've liked him for a while. I think they were on the second hole, and DeChambeau's lining up his second shot to go onto the green, and Cantlay's walking up to his ball, and DeChambeau says, "Hey, Patrick, stop walking." Like he gets so annoyed by any little detail on a golf course that walking bothers him, which is what you do in golf. There's a reason people can't stand this dude.
Guy needs to go eat some.
So
more bacon.
cool, you can hit a ball 400 yards, but like,
It's pretty.
can you? Nobody likes you, so like,
And he also wore kangaroo hats, so there's that.
yeah, I don't know.
Kangaroo hats?
Yeah, he wears the Sam Jackson hats when he golfs.
A Kangol.
Kangaroo.
Yeah, so I don't know.
It's like calling a Lacoste shirt an alligator shirt.
It is. Yeah. Oh man.
But I mean, if you're gonna do that shit, you better win because he fucking lost. So suck it.
Well, she won with Aaron Rodgers against Tom Brady, so you'll have to be thankful.
Aaron Rodgers carried his ass.
You'll
Let's
have
be
to be
real.
thankful to DeChambeau for the rest of your life for that. Anyways, Nick, this is your topic at the end. This is you.
What?
You're the one that's been posting the questions on social media, so this is what you're going to do. You're going to end with the question every week.
Cool.
Ask
All
the
right.
question.
We got a question. This question coming to you this week from the big dog himself, Morgan. But I'll ask it. If you could change the outcome of any game in sports history,
Any game or moment?
either one,
Okay.
any game or moment in sports history, what would you change?
That's a really tough one. Do you go personal fandom or do you go history? I know which way Morgan's going. Definitely
You?
history.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's probably going to involve the Cubs, Packers, or something with Kobe Bryant.
Well, we all know what he would have changed with that one. I was gonna say Morgan wished he dropped 82 and not 81.
I'm cutting this. I have to cut it. I can't post this. I can't.
He was gonna score 80. 82 over 81. Anyway, mine would have been what if I would have liked to have changed to see if Adam Vinatieri missed the field goal in 2002 against the Rams, what would have happened to Tom Brady and that Patriots team would have changed the landscape of football.
That's interesting. I'm curious to see what would have happened.
I mean, if I was going to do a Brady related one, I would have done the Tuck rule. But
Fair.
What do
But
you
then
got,
you
Morgan?
then you may never get Charles Woodson on the Packers, Morgan. So you might be down in Super Bowl.
maybe.
Matt, do you have a moment? Morgan, do you have an official moment that you?
Yeah, Morgan,
had
you
mine?
go first. I gotta
Wow.
compose myself.
So I was down to. I've got like 4 moments in my head for
Just bring them
games.
out. I need all the
Well,
time.
pick one. You can only pick one.
Series. Obviously, there was Kobe changing it to beat the Celtics so we'd have 6 titles instead of 5. You got the Bartman game. One
Still
of my
clean cash.
my runner up was Barry Bonds winning a World Series
Mm,
in 2002. But I gotta go with it because it just hurt me to the core. The 2014 NFC Championship game. That one it still hurts. I hate Seattle. I can't. I just can't do it with
Morgan,
them.
there's no way they're gonna get this onside kick. The Packers are gonna get this and they're gonna win the game.
I personally blame him for the loss. Still,
This
so.
man goes into the laundry room. Boom!
I was
Walks upstairs. This is the best part about this entire story. Walks upstairs, and your dad goes, punch a hole in the wall. Morgan goes, yep. Morgan goes, I'm going to fix it tomorrow. He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. It happens. Just fix it.
That's awesome.
I was
Ken knows.
Ed gets it.
so just devastated from that game. Brandon fucking all you gotta do is take Brandon Bostic out and we're in the Super Bowl. Literally, one little thing. Thanks,
Well,
McCarthy. You fucking dick.
I think the biggest thing about that is it robbed us of a Rodgers Brady Super Bowl, which would have
Rodgers
been
would
awesome.
Another Super Bowl, which would have then changed everything, and we'd have about 4 more.
All right, Matt, what's your moment?
I think I have 2. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Actually, I lied. I have 3. 1 for each major sport.
Oh my fucking God.
Morgan just listed 4. You
Oh my
made,
god,
you
we're gonna
made
be
fun of
all
Kobe.
night recording this episode.
You made fun of Kobe being dead.
Oh my god, I thought we were past this.
No, we're
Oh
we're never past
God,
this.
Well,
We're waiting. 1, Michael Vick, if he never got into dogfighting and he actually had a coach that was named Andy Reid from the beginning and not Jim Mora Jr., I would have liked to see that.
come on, Jim Moore's not that bad.
2, if Len Bias never died, I literally don't think there's a Michael Jordan the way we look at Michael Jordan now. Len Bias would have put him in Alcatraz. And then 3 is if this man right here, this beautiful man, instead of going to
Alex
Cincinnati-
Rodriguez.
don't make me make another joke.
I mean, it wasn't that good, so.
It was pretty good. Look at Nick's face. Nick's face is like, if this man right here went to the Red Sox instead of the Reds. I knew that was a rumor with Peter Gammons back in the day. Peter Gammons was trying to actively recruit Ken Griffey Jr. to the Red Sox.
I think Ken Griffey Jr. hitting home runs in Fenway Park.
Oh,
Easy.
You sure you just don't want to give him a new hamstring?
Easy.
I mean, I could do that, and then he's the all-time home run leader.
No.
And Barry Bonds is the second greatest player of all time.
Wouldn't happen.
Fair. I'm just imagining Ken Griffey Jr. hitting at Fenway Park for the majority of his
Hitting at Fenway Park with a friggin' good hamstring for the last
Ooh.
half of his career. Oh, baby, baby, baby.
he's
Or just
averaging
Or just
40 home runs
yeah.
a season.
Oh yeah. Then they go down like the friggin' Yankee Stadium in that short portion, right? Oh my God. Come on.
But then there's no David Ortiz.
Wouldn't even need him.
That's the butterfly effect, Morgan. That's it. So, people, give us your favorite. If you could change one moment in sports history, or one player going to a team, or any moment like that, what would you guys change? Please drop it on our socials. They're all down below. If you don't follow them already, we're at Eminem SOS Pod on everything: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Get a hold of us. I need to get up on the TikToks. I apologize for you guys. Also, please, if you're watching this on YouTube, I got to start doing these plugs at the beginning. Like, subscribe, hit that bell notification for whenever we drop. I got nothing else. Do you guys have anything else?
I got nothing.
Morgan, I'm going to apologize for laughing at Nick's joke. I am sorry. I blame Nick. I'm not taking responsibility for this.
I'm not going to apologize.
I hope you all have a great week. We'll catch you next Monday with a topic we don't know yet. But I think really quick before we get out of here, let's do the baseball players in the Hall of Fame versus non-Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
Sick. That'll be a fun one. Yeah, that'll come out Labor Day morning because we don't take holidays off.
Nope.
And we'll see you all on Labor Day.
Go Pack, go.